there are two things that I use. One is Creatrix, which is a female modality to overcome any limitations, any like blockages or negative beliefs that we have about ourselves.
Yeah.
And then I use the passion test. So basically, there are two things which I found really helpful. Like the passion test, it all started about 2.5 years ago when I was feeling, I would say, even depressed, and I was waking up at night like anxious. My heart was empty. I didn't know what makes me feel happy in life. I didn't know what to.
Yeah,
There was no passion, no drive for anything.
Yeah.
I did work for the apartment, but it was like, okay, it was a creative work, so I was thankful for that, and at the same time, it was frustrating for me because how I'm not grateful for what I do, like I'm still missing something, you know.
Because you maybe did not do what it was really in your heart, no?
Yeah. And I didn't know what's in my heart, right? So
Yeah.
I was really frustrated.
Yeah.
And after that night that I couldn't sleep, one of those nights, I woke up in the morning, I was like, today I'm gonna get clear, you know. And so I Googled like how to find my passions.
Yeah.
And so I found the passion test.
And because you didn't know your passions. Oh, I see. So yeah.
That was my starting point. And then I took the passion test and I was like, oh, this gives great clarity because I got more closer to what I love to do. Yeah. And what I realized is there was a passion test facilitator training.
Oh.
Which was like, oh, I love to help people to find their passions. And this is what I also worked in the past. Like some years ago, I was having workshops on that topic. And it was like a message that it's coming back to me and that I should enliven this. Yeah. And so I started last year, I designed a life purpose course. And I started with a group of 7 people. And then during the process, when they were getting clarity and they were more, you know, they were like, oh, I love this. And they got in touch with their talents and their skills and in which direction they want to go in life. But then I realized there are many limiting beliefs that they have, which are like, even though they have clarity, they're stuck. They can't move ahead. It's like that a glass in front of them.
Actually, I think I'm in that stage that I know what my passions. I know because now I came back and I went to the songwriting camp, and I was sitting there, I was thinking, oh my God, I love it when a song is born, because this is where I'm in a flow process. I don't know even where I am.
Nice.
So I'm but still, I think maybe because of the transgeneration stress or something, there's a blockage. That's what I actually am at the stage, and I don't know what's happening. Why it's yeah.
Yeah, and exactly what you're saying. Like it doesn't even necessarily come from our own. Childhood decisions or stories from there, but it can be from whoever in the past. So it's difficult, like the methods that exist, they usually go into your story, in your like what happened in your childhood, blah, 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 blah. And then you use a lot of time to just talk about those things. And then you go back, like you feel again all these bad feelings. So you reinforce, even with talking about it, you reinforce that bad feeling and going back into the story even more. So then I found Creatrix. It was just like perfect time I was struggling with something and I saw my participants are struggling with something and then this came. So it was like, I want to do it. So I did it for myself. It really, really changed my life. And then I was like, I just want to get trained and offered to anyone who wants to, just go ahead and follow their purpose fully. There's a like 9 months to 12 months program where one has a total life transformation. But when I say like a total life transformation, I really mean it. It's not like, oh, you just, change some things here and there, but it's like you don't recognize yourself. And so Creatrix consists of 4 resets. And the first one works with your worthiness. So it's like a self-worthiness reset. Once you realize your inner worth, like that you feel, for me, the feeling is when I've done that, it's like a rock that is solidly standing, and the water is like going around and it's standing there, so it doesn't
Not
move within.
influencing you anything anymore.
Yeah, so that's the worthiness, self-worthiness reset.
Yeah.
So after you've been through that, then there's the emotional regulation reset, which means it's stabilizing the emotions that are still out of balance. So a lot of us experience either sadness or anger, grief, frustration, like that, or being betrayed. So all those things that are still like coming out in excessive way, in painful way, you kind of balance it and smooth them out. You're still gonna feel those emotions, but they're not gonna throw you out. So that's the second one. Then we have the third one is complete self-expression, which means like now that you have inner stability, you have emotional stability, you come out in your full expression without holding anything back. Totally, this word is not the best, because like when you say unapologetically being myself, it's not that you will hurt someone, but you just be yourself and you don't care, no matter in which environment. So that's the third one. And then the fourth one, stress response reset, is working with your fight, flight, freeze, fawn responses, which are like your natural responses. So you also like really clean them out, basically. This natural responses is like it's a part of you. So this really deals with like the first instinct reaction.
What's happened?
Yeah. So after that, it's I would say total freedom. And I've done just the first one so far, and like what I'm experiencing, it's unimaginable, and it's done in about a month. So let's say each of them takes about a month, and there are some times in between that you have a gap where you recalibrate, and you still write some things down and some observations. So you're still in the program, but it's like it takes about 9 months to 12 months, let's say. This is ideal situation that someone comes and takes the full 9 to 12-month program. In between, I would do the passion test. So after 2 resets, I would do the passion test, so they get clear for what they want in life, and then they totally, go out, express themselves. The one thing which is really catchy is that a 100% guarantee is offered on the result. So we work. The aim of the reset is to really like that. In the beginning, you say, where is your problem? And in the end of the reset, we look back, and it should not be the same. So your perception should completely change by then. And if it doesn't, like there's a guarantee on the money back. So it's very different to when you go to, I don't know, psychotherapist or counselor or other, coachings. No one can guarantee a result. So that's the beauty of it, actually. And I think it's always worth like saying, because then people are like, they really start thinking, oh, if it's possible for me, because most of us have this thing like, I'm not good enough even in changing my life, even like I can't change my patterns. I've tried so many things, so I'm not good enough even about that. And when they see, I get a guarantee, if I don't get that result, then the hope starts, show up for them. So it's really for the people who are ready for the life change. And that's one of the reasons why it works so well.